All right, coach, introduce yourself.
My name is Rohan Robbins, assistant coach with the national team.
How long have you been with the national team, coach?
Wow. I've been playing with the national team. I've been playing for what? From 2000, no, from 98 on the squad, getting the squad. And the senior team, I made a senior team in 2000 and retired in 2008. Started coaching the national program with the female team from 2005. Been the head coach of the female junior and senior team, and I was a former head coach for the men's team also.
So, going from player to coach, you've seen the development from basically the past 30 years almost, right?
Yeah.
So, starting from like 98, as you mentioned, to like now where we are today, like how proud are you as far as the growth of the program?
Well, I'm so I'm so elated. I was talking to a few past players who have hit me up and asking about it, and try to give their support and so forth. Love what they're seeing, what is happening and so forth. Because all we needed, was just the support. We had so many athletes in the country, and I think that we are not, because the infrastructure is not right. We're basically losing them. So persons coming in and taking them to other different countries that you can see what is happening in track and field. Persons migrating due to better situation and so forth. But it's just I'm just so elated just to see what is happening. The Marley Foundation coming in. KFC, is a long-standing sponsor. Big up to Tina, too, and Andre Loper and so forth. Just to see how we have developed persons who are interested to come on board now. So we are getting part of my role on the team to also is charge of player management and so forth. So we've been getting a lot of emails from persons all over the world wanting to represent for the.
Yeah, so as far as that development piece you speak of, and obviously you just mentioned some companies like the Marley Foundation coming in, and now you mentioned player development part and players coming in. Where do you foresee the next year and a half leading up to like the Olympics 2028? Like, where do you set your ambition?
The sky's the limit, work. We just put in the work. Once we have our players available, got this team prior to us coming here, we basically lost 35% or 40% of our starters. We couldn't make it due to contract situation with the NBA in Europe and so forth. So we had a pretty good team organized. Right now we're playing, and we were playing without a point guard. We were teaching the kids on the fly. So when you have that situation, you will see a lot of turnover because they are learning on the fly. That 1 week training camp in Boca does wonders for us, because we have never had anything like this, because we didn't have the fund. Normally we'd have meet up, we would have there 2 weeks before the tournament and then get there. But because of our fight, most people don't understand that because of our fight, that it's a little bit of power, we tend to do well. That's what chemistry has to come together, because we have fun. People want to be around us and so forth. They want to beat us, make sure that beat Jamaica to post. But our brand is so worldwide that you can't even comprehend until you're in the situation. And when you are traveling, you see how much you are loved and appreciated.
All right, and you mentioned being in Boca and being in the camp. So let's talk about this team that we have here. Last night they qualified to move to the next round in the FIBA pre-qualifiers for the World Cup. Like, from an emotional standpoint, like, where are you right now with the whole process, knowing that we finally made it to the next round?
Listen, I went to my bed. I think I was sleeping with that joker face, just smiling, laying on my back, just sleeping and smiling to say, look at it to finally see that we have done something very good for the country. We have made history for the country. Because right now we're gonna have a home and away situation, so we're gonna bring international basketball, FIBA international basketball back to Jamaica and coming to play on our side. We haven't had pre-qualifier World Cup situation. We have always flew to other countries. The last one when we won the double in 2006, pre-qualifier was in Panama City. That's the last time I played. Basically, and the senior team for that. So.
Yeah, and then the guys, the roster that came out and actually fight to get those wins, you know, they didn't just show up. They show up to fight. What do you say about that?
Yeah, they did. They show up and fight. They show up and fight. That's it. It's in our nature, you know. No matter where you are, our blood, as you see, presently we didn't born here, but because it is transferred, and their parents made sure that they had that mentality, that Jamaican mentality in them. So they come out and as you can see, you see it coming right out. So we're pretty much competitive. No matter what we're doing, we want to be the best at what we're doing.
Yeah, last night we had a tough game against Costa Rica. We already won against Barbados by 20, so we needed a second win to kind of secure that spot. Speak about Norman Powell, 34 points, especially being ill and not being able to play. Well, he was able to play, but you know he was recommended not to play. Speak about that performance by Norman Powell.
Listen, man. What can I say about that performance? 2003, we had an elite league back home, and his brother came up to me and said, "Hey, coach, I heard you are the national coach, one of the national coaches and so forth. My brother wants to play." And I said, "Who's your brother?" And he said, "Norman." I said, "Norman who?" He said, "Norman Powell." I was like, "Kidding. He wants to play." So immediately, I started talking to Coach Trainer about it. Say, "Hey, I heard Norman wants to play and so forth." And Coach Trainer linked up with him and so forth. He was so enthused, wanting to play so much. And then finally get the opportunity to come and play. And he's the coolest superstar I've ever been around. Coolest. He was just like this. And then the key thing to it, one of the guys was sharing to us, is like, when we spoke to him, he was like, "Isn't this how we are as Jamaica? Cool people, welcoming and so forth. We're not hot bossy like these and so forth. We are just that type of person." You know, and to see him come out sick, throwing up, all kind of thing from the poisoning and so forth, get that medication, body was rejecting it and so forth, we get the fluids and so forth, and come out with that performance last night. As I say, I believe in faith, and it's exactly how the game finished. It was nail biting, but that's the way it's supposed to be finished. Now I'm doing this thing, and then closing the game at the free throw line. You couldn't have had a better script right? Because right now he has to fly back to Miami to get his doctor check him out properly and so forth. So he's not gonna play in our final game against Mexico. So that's one of the areas, and he was sad to leave, you know, but you know he's a professional and his health comes first. We have to make sure that we take care of him also. So we are already qualified for the next round and so forth. So win or lose, we can't afford to lose anything, right?
Yeah. So thank you for your time, Coach. I'll let you get back to it. Appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you.